Hey everybody, for those that don't know, my name's Dan, and today I am going to talk about how I find trails. So I get a lot of questions on Instagram, YouTube, and it's always the same question we see all the time. Where is this? Nothing else, and a question mark. Um, a lot of the times I won't answer, or I'll give pretty vague answers, and there's a reason for that. We've seen time and time again, these trails get trashed. People burn things, just leave things behind, and then we see these places get closed, gated up, and especially in New England, this is becoming a common occurrence. A lot of private land, people are closing them down that they used to keep open for people, not anymore. So really, I only give out these locations to people that I either fully trust, or if I can see your page and kind of see what you're all about. For me, it's the exploration. I don't mind picking up trash, but we shouldn't have to. So I'm just going to show you some of the methods that I use, apps, different maps, and then how to use those applications as well. This place is public. There's no sign. It just looks like some random dirt road. And unless you have the curiosity enough to drive by and say, hey, I wonder where that goes. So just finding places like this. And then of course, you want to get a little muddy here and there, maybe climb some rocks. I'll show you how to find those too. So let's get into it. All right, so I apologize if the audio sucks for this portion. I have to use the Insta camera because I have to show you how basically I have my map set up in my vehicle. And this is something you can do if you have a Crosstrek with the screen, an Impreza, Forester, whatever, Subarus. But this works for anyone that has pretty much Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. I use a couple different apps, but my top one is Google Maps. Okay. Google Maps will let you have an actual satellite view. So that's what I have here. You can zoom out. You can see, look, there's everything. All right. So that's, first of all, extremely helpful because you'll be able to actually see what you're looking at. And what I mean by see what you're looking at is I'm sitting here in the parking lot that I can see on the map. Here's the pond, being able to zoom out on the screen, and you can do this on your phone too. You can change it to satellite view. It's a little easier to scroll and look at things. But I could be driving down the main road and just see this off in the distance. Oh, I wonder if there's no gate, we can drive down here. That's one way to find things when you're driving around on trips. So the next thing we can use is I have my phone, and usually I will just plug it right up. So, it's always charging while we're driving, obviously. But I got this nice little mount from Offroad. They make custom vehicle mounts for all different vehicles. I'm not sponsored by them, but they make some really good stuff. I mean, this thing is like extremely tough. I feel like I could do pull-ups on it. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but you get what I mean. And what I do is I put Gaia up here. And I am a Gaia fiend, as you can see, hopefully. Okay. I use this for like everything. Anything you see mapped, that's me. And some of these are like 47, 91, like these points, just things everywhere. Okay, because I don't want to forget places. I mean, we've been so far. I have things mapped all the way down through here. When we went on our road trip in our camper van all the way down to Florida, me and my wife. So Gaia is an awesome, awesome tool. Again, not sponsored, but this is what I use the most, especially to track. And I kind of color-coded everything. So the yellow is bikes. Got the little Jeep symbols. Red means I've never been there. Pink is like I've also never been there to actually do the full road track. You can see here, blue is for kayaking, green means easy, orange means medium difficulty, maybe a couple rocks, some mud, water, whatever, and red means, oh shit, we're going down, this place is scary. And you can even take pictures, so like, you can see here, there was a water crossing at this place, down in East Haddam. It's just a fantastic tool, guys. Here's a down tree. Tight turnaround. It just ends here. That means you got to spin around. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about Gaia. And it's so easy to use. It keeps track of your trips. Sunrise, elevation, you can change all these. There's different options there, and then you can record actively while you're driving. So you push this, you drive, and then you can set it and you can choose the activity at the end. You can see I've got hikes here. Super, super, super awesome tool. I can't say enough good things about Gaia. But let's get into the next thing that I use. So I know everyone's probably already heard of this one, Onyx Offroad. And I believe they have a bunch of different iterations as well. I don't use this one as much, and I don't use it as much because in New England especially, there's not much, and the places people know about, they like to keep secret. So I've noticed there's more up and coming on there recently, and it's definitely useful when you're up in like Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, some of those places. So it does come in handy for that kind of stuff, and there's pictures and things. I like their UI, how they set everything up on the app. Gaia is my go-to though, my all-purpose, but Onyx is another one. And again, I just pop it up on my phone, and I still have my Google Maps so I can cross-reference, and it works really well that way. It's really good because sometimes Google Maps won't have roads at all. It'll just be like, there's nothing here, it's just trees, and then you'll see on Onyx or Gaia, boom, they're there. Another thing I should bring up is Gaia GPS. If you get the premium subscription, it will actually show you the property lines and things and who the property owner is. So if it's private land, you'll know about it, and you won't, accidentally go strolling down some trail you thought maybe was public and it wasn't. All right, last but not least, just get out there and explore. Driving around, you might see a dirt road. If you got some time, take it. You never know where it might go. I've found a lot of cool trails that way, ones you would never even know. You're like going through a neighborhood, and then all of a sudden it turns into this crazy boulder scramble. Ends up maybe at a place like this. All right, so now let me show you guys exactly how all this, Gaia, Onyx, Google Maps stuff works. So again, I got my Gaia up here. That's the pond that we have been at making these videos. And now I want to go check out some trails. Basically, I get my coordinates off of here on Gaia. You just hit the pinpoint, you can hold, and you can copy your location there. You can copy it, and then I send it over to Google Maps, and now it's up on my screen here. So I just follow this, and then once I get to my location, I use Gaia to kind of travel around. Again, pink means I've never been there, green is easy, orange a little more difficult, and red harder. So I use Google to get there while I'm on the roadways, and then I switch over to Gaia to get the more detailed maps. Google probably won't even show where I am. So as we're leaving here, I just wanted to point out that the location we're going to today is something that I found on Google Maps, Google Earth, just scouring online, looking around. I do it on the computer at home or on the phone. Street View on Google is a fantastic thing you can use to try to find these places. That's how I found this. I was driving by and I was like, oh, I wonder where this goes, and looked on Google Earth, and there was a pond at the end with a little parking area. There must be some way to get there. All right, so we're here. I just saw a no outlet sign, but on Google it looked like it was open, so we're gonna go see what we find here. Oh, would you look at that? Caution, town road not maintained. I would say we can go through, and let's see what we run into. Not even aired down right now. Probably should be. Got really rocky. But guys, again, like, just randomly found this on Google, and here we are. No one would have known it's here otherwise, unless you live here. Let me go over that. Unless we bump it. Nice. Well, this might be the end. We'll see here. That is a very terrifying tree. Oh, it's just a rock slab. It's like straight up. This is where things are going to get interesting, because I see there's some water coming up. There's a pond on the map. So far so good. Maybe not. Let's see. Nope, I think we're good. There seems to be a bridge. Some fresh gravel. Yep, crossing a little stream. There's a dam over there. Very nice. Alright. So far so good. 3 mailboxes, guys. We're just about at the end here. So we just did that entire trail that you saw in Gaia, and if you look, we are coming out onto a street. There's literally, this is the end of their street, and there's a house. Boom. Again, state property, state road, and we're out. That was pretty fun. There's some rocks, there's a little bit of play there, some good views. What do you call it? The pond there. But it's alright. I mean, it just proves though, right there. I found that on Google. I had no idea that was there. And boom. You can find these things everywhere. They're all over the place. It's right in my own state, you know. So, get out there and look around, guys. There's tons of stuff like that. Probably close by, you don't even know. And I just gave you the tools to do it. Now it's up to you to make it happen.